Are you looking for the ultimate island getaway? This destination is one of Singapore's longest stretches of white sand beaches. Now think about picnics by the sea, nature walks, water sports that you can enjoy and more. Welcome to your home away from home. Just a short 15-minute boat ride from the mainland, Tiny Away Escape at Lazarus Island is the next big thing you would want to take off your bucket list. Each cabin comes fully equipped with air conditioning, Wi-Fi, fully functioning kitchen, shower, toilet, and everything else you can expect for a cozy retreat. Be it if you're coming here for a romantic escape, or a bonding time with family or friends, or just needing some alone time, this is perfect for you. If you're booking your stay through the website, make sure to check out the additional add-ons such as ferry tickets, reheatable set meals, and more. Now, what I really like about this space is that Tiny Away takes ecotourism to the next level. Each unit is built with sustainable composite building materials and utilizes solar energy as its main source of power. High-tech food waste recycling system turns food waste into compost and biodegradable shampoo and body wash containers that are supplied to all guests. Now, that's a win for Mother Nature. At Tiny Away, you can bask in the island's natural surroundings and choose from a variety of different interior themes for the added finishing touch. This cabin I'm in now sports the retro design, and I'm simply loving it. Here at Tiny Away, we do have pet-friendly cabins for pet owners who love to go on a vacation with their pets. Now, if you're looking at owning a tiny house, our sales and management program is open for application as well. Earn 8 to 10% of rental income per annum, and what's even better, our team at Big Tiny will manage the entire process for you. Enjoy the sun, the sand, the beaches from the comfort of our tiny house cabins. What are you waiting for? Book your Tiny Away retreat or inquire with our sales and management team today. Wow, Jeff,
Hey.
sausage? You take that?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Take it before the flight, take it.
Yep.
So Jeff, why the name Big Tiny?
I guess it's because my co-founders, I share this vision of having big dreams for tiny houses, and also the philosophy of how we believe that you can still live big in tiny houses, and also the interesting juxtaposition between big and tiny as well.
First thought that came into my mind was like, so is it big or is it tiny?
Right. Yeah.
What inspired you to start Big Tiny?
I guess this one has to do with my co-founder Adrian. He was actually on a holiday with his family in Melbourne. So he did a farm stay, and when he was there, he actually loved how being in nature relaxes him. He wanted to bring this concept to city dwellers from around the world. So when he came back, he actually met up with Dave and myself, and that was how this whole idea came about.
What do you think sets Big Tiny apart from its competitors?
I guess for us, other than offering this experiential kind of accommodation, what we pride ourselves in is really staying true to the eco-conscious concept. The materials that we use to build the house with are built using reconstituted wood, they are fully recyclable, and we have sustainable features like the food digester, which you probably saw in the tiny house itself.
Yes.
And the most important thing is actually the authentic experience in here in Lazarus. It's about how this used to be an inhabited island as well by Singaporeans. It's that kind of memories that we want to create for our guests.
That's very interesting because by staying in Big Tiny, your tiny houses, like you already created such a positive impact on the environment just by, renting a place here.
Yep.
Like being in the vibes of this like nature. But at the same time, you already know that you're playing a part for the environment. So Jeff, why is ecotourism such a big portion in Big Tiny projects?
I guess for us, we are slowly but surely seeing the effects of the environment, the climate changes and all that. So we wanted to do our little part, providing a very green ecotourism concept to people. Anyway, people love holidays. It would be an even better holiday if they were able to be doing their own part, either knowingly or unknowingly, when they stay at our tiny houses.
just by relaxing at, your tiny house cabins, right, you kind of like naturally play a part in building, a positive impact on our environment. And it's like, wow, I'm doing a good thing.
While you're holidaying and enjoying yourself.
Exactly.
Yep. When we first started this whole company itself, I honestly couldn't foresee myself enjoying myself in such a tiny space, because to us Asians, traditionally, the bigger the better, right? But once you have actually lived in one of our houses, you realize that such a small space actually encompasses all the things that you need for your day-to-day living. This house is equipped with a television with Netflix, there's aircon, hot water shower, a bed, and even the fridge as well. For myself, the biggest impact was actually realizing how little you need to live comfortably.
You never know unless you try it. Back in our city life, we probably were like, the bigger the better.
Yep,
the more the merrier.
Yes, exactly.
When you're here, you kind of like try to appreciate the little things and like find joy in every part of the area, smaller areas. Back into this interesting question that I want to ask you.
Sure.
Were there any challenges to build this tiny house cabins here in Singapore?
For the Lazarus Island project itself, it is the first time that we sailed our tiny houses across the ocean, or the sea, for example, from our factory in Tuas all the way to St. John's, and then it was towed over here. It was actually towed all the way, and then it went on the dredge, and then we shifted the whole 5 tiny houses on the dredge here, and we towed it and hoisted it into position on this island itself.
So you were very hands-on to move all these tiny house cabins right here.
Yeah, the entire team, in fact. So the whole team was actually mobilized to come and help around with all the hoisting and all the little bits of details as well. It's also dealing with the operational aspects of operating this whole resort. So this is our second escape project, our first being in Grampians in Victoria itself. So all these challenges are, I guess, surmounted because we just tried to do it and then we improvise along the way.
Well, I guess the key point here is also like you have a very great team.
Yes,
right?
of course.
The team behind Big Tiny, it's gonna be like people who share the same dreams and passion together. So Jeff, what do you envision Big Tiny to be like in the next few years to come?
I guess for us, it's about the continuous curation of more sites. So right now we are in Singapore, we are in Europe, we are also in Australia and New Zealand. So we are about, I guess, looking for even more interesting places so that we could curate more experiences for our guests, as well as looking into other kinds of experiential accommodation spaces.
Ever thought of making an 8 to 10% rental income per annum, not having to pay for stamp duty and not having to manage your property yourself? Well, your chance to do so is here with Big Tiny's Tiny House Ownership. So you must be wondering what a tiny house ownership entails. Well, let me break it down for you. Under Big Tiny's fixed lease program, you would be able to own your own tiny house and the team would then help you to lease it. Big Tiny works with land partners who own beautiful scenic lands to curate an experiential delight for our guests for the hospitality business. And this ecotourism allows us to generate good rental revenue for our clients. Lastly, it only takes 3 months for them to build each tiny house before they can start leasing out for you. And this means you will start receiving rental return after 3 months. Here's 5 key features that you can look out for as a tiny house owner. Number 1. Our program offers a fully hassle-free property management. During the lease period, Big Tiny will undertake all the care, maintenance, and repairs for the house at no cost to you. Number 2. Tiny house owners can enjoy a fixed and consistent return of 8% or 10% per annum, providing you with a stable and predictable income. Number 3. You can benefit from the low cost of entry and own a physical, tangible asset, something that you can be proud to call your own. And lastly, at the end of the lease, we offer an exit strategy from option to renew and to sell the tiny house back to us. Now, let's delve into what truly sets their fixed lease program apart. If you are looking for a source of income, owning a tiny house would serve as the income stream, contributing to a brighter, well-planned and predictable financial future. The value of your assets will be independent of market forces and volatility, providing you with a peace of mind during your ownership. Each tiny house built also contributes to positive change, both socially and environmentally. For the eco-driven, this will align your investment with what truly matters to you. Our carefully designed program minimizes risk with payouts regardless of occupancy, weakness of currency, and market forces. You can rest assured that your asset is secure. At Big Tiny, we are here to make things simpler for you. Enjoy the benefits of our hassle-free management at no additional cost. Last but certainly not least, they have a referral and incentive program that can be equally as rewarding to you, because they believe in rewarding you for sharing the joy with like-minded parties. Sound too good to be true? Why not make an appointment with one of their sales partners to find out more about their business model and how they can pay you such attractive returns? At Big Tiny, we are not just about houses. They're here to make management hassle-free on your behalf, turning our assets into a wholesome experience.